Welcome back to Wisdom Today. This is the 8th episode in our Bhagavad Gita series, where we explore timeless wisdom through compelling stories. Today, we're diving into Chapter 13, uncovering the profound difference between the field and the knower of the field. Let's explore this idea through the story of a man who seemingly had it all. Jonathan Reed was the epitome of success. A celebrated architect in New York, with a stunning home and a wall lined with awards, he lived a life many would envy. Yet, a persistent restlessness gnawed at him. Every morning, gazing at his reflection, he'd ask himself the same haunting question: is this really me? One cold winter evening, the relentless pace of his life caught up with him. Jonathan collapsed from sheer exhaustion at his office. The doctors diagnosed it as stress, assuring him it was nothing critical. But that night, as he lay in a hospital bed, something extraordinary happened. Jonathan found himself standing, weightless, outside his own body. He watched, detached, as doctors moved with urgency around his physical form. He heard the rhythmic beeping of machines and saw the gentle rise and fall of his own chest. But there was no pain, no fear. Instead, a profound sense of awareness washed over him. A calm, silent voice echoed in his consciousness. What you see is the field, but who is the one who sees? He watched as his body was cared for, much like a car being taken to a repair shop. A shocking realization dawned on him. His body was there, his thoughts were racing, and his emotions, fear, regret, and ambition were swirling. But he, the true he, was simply the observer. The scene then shifted. His entire life unfolded before him like a vast, detailed landscape afield. His childhood memories stood as sturdy trees. His towering career was a skyscraper at the center. His relationships were rivers, some flowing freely, others long dried up. His anger and ego were untamed weeds, growing wildly in patches. Once again, the silent voice spoke. This is your Kshetra, the field of your experience. Jonathan asked without words. Then, who am I? The voice replied with gentle clarity. You are not the field. You are the Kshetrajna, the knower of the field. In that single luminous moment, everything clicked. Jonathan understood. His body would inevitably age and weaken. His professional success would have its ups and downs. His emotions would shift and change like the seasons. But the one who was aware of all this, the silent witness, never changed. That pure consciousness had always been there. It was present when he was a curious child, when he celebrated his first award, when he faced failure, when he loved, and even when he feared death. This silent observer had no form, no title, no anxiety. It was simply awareness itself. The next morning, Jonathan woke up in his hospital bed. Externally, nothing had changed. The world was the same. But internally, everything was different. He had been transformed. From that day forward, Jonathan continued his life. He still designed magnificent buildings, engaged with the world, and lived his daily routine. But he no longer felt trapped by it. When anger surfaced, he would calmly acknowledge, I see anger, but I am not the anger. When physical pain arose, he would whisper to himself, I feel pain, but I am not the pain. He had finally learned the core wisdom of Chapter 13, to live fully within the field of life, while always remaining rooted in his identity as the knower of the field. And for the first time, Jonathan Reed was truly deeply free. The body is the field. Life is the experience. But you are the eternal witness. Know the field, but never forget you are the knower. Thank you for joining us on Wisdom Today. If you found value in this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more great wisdom told through short stories. We'll see you in the next episode.